Okay. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so I say if y'all are ready, let's just rip the band-aid off. Now, again, I wasn't sure if we had any. Are there like show of hands? Are there any Real Housewives of Potomac fans in here? Are we? Because I love Real Housewives of Atlanta and I love Potomac, and so when we woke up this morning, let me tell you something. I have turned DJ into like when I watch shows, he also watches the shows with me. So as soon as I saw the news this morning, I said, DJ, look at this. Real Housewives of Potomac star Wendy and her husband Eddie were arrested on fraud charges. Which, if y'all watch Real Housewives of Potomac, this is nuts. Wendy, she used to be on. First of all, this mugshot, they're dead ass wrong. Why would the police? I don't even like showing this mugshot because this is really how they look. Like that's not even a good representation of what their family is about. Their family is so prestigious and they're so I thought, right? I thought, right? Um Dr. Wendy, first of all, she's a doctor. First of all, she has four different degrees. Her husband Eddie is a lawyer. Now they Eddie owns a marijuana business, I believe. It was a messy mugshot. Like I hate that they used that mugshot for her, for both of them. Like I really do. Okay, let me read the article. Hold on. I got this. Okay. The reality star 41 and her husband are facing 16 charges, 7 of which are felonies related to an alleged false and misleading info fraud in excess of $300. So I'm assuming what I was reading is like for whatever the state of Maryland, when they put in like fraud charges and things like that, if it's anything over $300 is considered fraud. So I don't know. I don't think what they stole was only $300, but I digress. According to the police, a couple claimed designer bags and jewelry were missing from their bedroom during a reported burger. They report that someone came in and stole their belongings while they were out in Jamaica in April of 2024. However, Wendy was allegedly seen wearing one of the diamond rings in a later social media account. Y'all know what I'm saying. I'm waking up. It's not too much. I'm still waking up. A police investigation determined that other items they said were stolen had been purchased and returned to their respective stores, where a full refund was provided prior to the alleged crime. I hate this for them. I, you hear what I'm saying? I hate this for them. I hate this for them. They have very young kids, by the way. She and Eddie share children: Carter, who is 12, Cruz, who is 10, and Cameron, who is 6. I don't think they stole their belongings. The way that I'm reading the article, they were out vacationing in Jamaica and they said that someone came in and stole a bunch of their stuff while they were out on vacation. Come to find out, that's not the case. These items that you reported were missing, you either hid them, took them with you on Jamaica, or you returned them to the store weeks before you called the police and said that people came in. It's too much. Mind you, Karen Huger just got out of jail. Like, it's too much. And also, Brit, that is a great point. Why is it always housewives? Why is it always the Bravo cinematic universe of people getting caught up in some foolishness and in some, I don't know. I feel like, hmm, I feel like if you know your life is going to be broadcast and advertised on TV, social media, whatever the case may be, I would think that you would move just a little bit tighter because at some point, aren't you gonna get caught? Look at what happened to Apollo's Phaedra's husband Apollo. And that's what I think too. Maybe people are trying to keep up appearances because like when you watch certain shows like Housewives, I don't want to say Love and Hip Hop, but maybe like you're acting like you live a certain type of way and a certain type of lifestyle, and if you can't necessarily keep up with that type of lifestyle, they're gonna drag you. I don't want to be on reality TV. Not that I'm out here scheming, but like it's not a good idea. You have to maintain the look. Exactly right. Nene said, I don't keep up with the Joneses. I am the Joneses. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Karen just got out. I haven't started the new season of Real Housewives of Potomac, but Maybe I should. The next season's gonna be messy with all of this going on, but they have to keep up with the lavish lifestyle. Exactly. Speaking of more TV news, we remember P Valley. Down in the valley where the girls get. Okay. P Valley was at the center of a brutal lawsuit. The Supreme Court just ended it. Mind you, the show hasn't aired a season since 2022. I don't even remember what happened. I can't even tell you where the show left off. I can't even tell you. I can't, like, I don't remember a single thing about the show. It's been that long. On Monday, the Supreme Court decided not to hear the case that R&B singer Nikki Gilbert, a brownstone, mind you, brought against Lionsgate and Starz for their television show P Valley, affirming a lower court's ruling against Gilbert and putting the kibosh on the years-long legal battle. As you know or may not know, the series, which premiered in 2020, peak pandemic, follows a group of mostly black women who work at the strip club called The Pink. It's owned by non-binary proprietor Uncle Clifford. And real good. It's got Loretta Devine. Real good show. Okay, so Nikki Gilbert sued Lionsgate and Starz, claiming that the Mississippi-based show bore a striking resemblance to her stage musical Soul Kittens Cabaret, which was released on DVD in 2011. So she's basically saying, mind you, Nikki Gilbert, I've never heard of Soul Kittens Cabaret, but okay, but she's saying that she came out with this production, Soul Kittens Cabaret, in 2011, and then she was watching P Valley, and she said, well, that's suspicious. That kind of looks like me. And so the lawsuit was claiming that P Valley knocked off her entire idea. It was using all of her works. She also said that she pitched Soul Kittens Cabaret to Lionsgate CEO and that 2 copies of the script were given to him, as well as a DVD of the musical. And so I'm assuming because of all of this, that's why we haven't gotten any more P Valley. Thanks, Nikki Gilbert. Oh, maybe Diamond's still in the trunk. Oh, what's her name's husband got arrested, I think, at the end, maybe. Dang. Okay, so who won the lawsuit in December of 2023? The judge granted a summary judgment for the defendants, meaning that the judge ruled in favor of Lionsgate and Starz without bringing the case to a full jury trial. And there was no type of similarity or anything. This is just crazy. This is just... has Gilbert said anything since the Supreme Court's decision? On Tuesday, she released a video responding to the court's decision as well as the ultimate fate of her case. 5 minutes, sister. This is long. Hold on. This I don't know if we're going to watch all 5 minutes, sister. Hold on.
Say that I lost this case. And the reason I refuse to say that I lost this case is because that's like being a fighter going into the ring and the ref, doing what the ref needs to do for the opponent and the opponent winning, and you fought your ass off with your hands tied behind your back, hogtied, and the fight got called, right? That's what happened here. The fight got called. So I'm going to move on from it because I don't want to be 50 years down the line, talking about P Valley and Starz and Lionsgate and what they did to me, because the law says that they did nothing. You know what I mean? The law says that they did nothing at all. Now, the other part of it is, like I said earlier, sometimes you have to be okay with losing in a court of law. I feel like what I've won in the court of public opinion is integrity. I feel like I've earned my stripes in this motherfucker. I feel like I have shown up and I have shown that I'm definitely the FAFO girl. Like I said earlier, I did not pick this fight. I knew that they were not going to grant this writ. I knew it not just because I was a pro se litigant, although if you had an opportunity,
this makes me want to see what her production was like. How
the shit out of that writ. It's very, very, very good, especially for somebody who's not a lawyer. But it got ignored. It got thrown in the trash, and it was tens of thousands of dollars just thrown in the trash. But just like everything else, all the money that we put into this is just in the garbage. It's in the trash. Why? Because this is how it goes.
I do want to see what her project actually looks like. I do want to see if there's similarities, because That's the thing too. Like I that does suck because if she genuinely in her heart feels like no, they stole from me, and especially if she's saying that, in 2011 she left scripts with Lionsgate and they had copies of the scripts in DVD and she still lost the case. Like I can understand her being like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna say I lost because if she feels like in her heart that they copied, then what can you do? Nikki Gilbert was a part of a 90s group. They were called Brownstone. I'm trying to think of a song. If you love me, say it. If you do it. Y'all know Brownstone? Thank you, Jalen. Yep, that's Brownstone, exactly. But she said, because let's be real, she's a smaller creator compared to Lionsgate, and we know bigger production companies do step over people. Absolutely, yeah. Now, I don't know if y'all saw this because I do have many thoughts about this. End it. That's all I can say. Just end it. Ubisoft canceled a post Civil War Assassin's Creed last year. Company leadership deemed the project too controversial for the moment. I would have wanted to play this, right? I would have had a time playing it. In July of last year, word began to trickle through Ubisoft that an ambitious new installment of the company's top franchise, Assassin's Creed, has been canceled. The new game would have brought the history spanning series to one of its most modern settings, the American Civil War, and more so the Reconstruction period that followed in the 1860s and 1870s. In this Reconstruction era Assassin's Creed, gamers would play as a black man who had formerly been enslaved in the South and moved west to start a new life. Recruited by the series' assassins, he would return to the South to fight for justice in a conflict that would, among other things, see him confront the emergence of the KKK. Why would you cancel this? Why would you cancel this? Why would you be like, yeah, nah, I don't think we should push this out? That's insane to me. That's insane. It's like I know why, but bro, think about Mafia 3. I got my entire life in Mafia 3. Like it's just, and it also makes me think too, like if it was 2025, would we even get a Mafia 3? Hell, would we even get a Red Dead Redemption 2? Because in Red Dead Redemption 2, you could go down in the forest and whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, this could have been so good. There's so much potential here. But she said, but it was before they knew that Shadows would be one of the most successful AC games. If they knew the success, they probably would have done it. No, to me, it seems like Ubisoft saw all of the push. Remember when it was announced that Assassin's Creed Shadows was coming out in the way that people showed their entire ass? Remember the way it got so bad that the developers had to lock down their social media accounts because it was just so much. Well, I'm a historian and I know that what's his name wasn't really a samurai in Japan and blah blah. I hate that shook them from creating this game. I really really do. I really really do. They said two black Assassin's Creed characters back to back. No. Let me go ahead and stop. No. Okay, so three sources told GameFile that word filtered through the company last July that management in Paris has stopped development of the game for two reasons: online backlash that sprung to the reveal of Yasuke, is that how you say his name? Historically inspired black samurai as a protagonist in Assassin's Creed Shadows. Mind you, you don't even have to be him the whole time. There's two different characters you could choose from, mind you. Yo Yosuke? Yosuke? Is that how you say it? Thank you. And then concerned that the political climate in the United States was becoming increasingly tense. I can't read today. So basically, too political in a country, too unstable to make it short. At what point does it feel like y'all are just kind of pussyfooting around the issues? Like, at what point does it feel like y'all are just, well, they're going to be mad, so let's just leave it alone? I don't think that's helping. I don't. I don't think that's gonna help the situation at all. I feel like you guys are just giving in to what they want and like what, come on. Right, and that's the thing that like irritates me about the whole conversation, which is why I'm like, for certain conversations, I'm not going back and forth with people that are dedicated to misunderstanding you, because there absolutely were black samurais, but like that's never, it's never good enough. Like the goalpost is always going to move. It's just, and maybe that's what we call it. Maybe we call it bending the knee, because it just it gets to a point. It gets to a point. But damn, like if this is the road that we're going on and we don't want to make a group of people mad, it just scares me for what the future is going to look like, because if we're just moving scared with everything, then like what are we even going to get? Just like how some of them were mad at the Wolfenstein game, like how are y'all mad at people getting Nazis up out here? I tried to play Wolfenstein years ago, like one time, and I couldn't really get into it because, you know me, the first person shooterness of it all, it was just kind of chaotic for me. But to my understanding, the story is really, really, really good. But again, like would we even get a Wolfenstein game in 2025? I don't think we would. I don't think we would. And the thing is, all of this backlash comes from bots and idiots. That's why when games come out, they do extremely well, because they aren't the idea of the majority. All of this Gamergate business is just really exhausting to me. It's exhausting not only being in the gaming industry and like doing what I do, but like just as a consumer, it's like, bro, I don't think y'all really like video games. There's so many games that I don't like, but like I would never spend every waking minute, every waking hour talking about my disdain for a game. I would never stalk developers. I would never harass the, like, what's up? What's good with y'all? What, I don't think y'all really like video games, because also like there's so many games available. Like sometimes I say that I'm in a gaming rut. Sometimes it's just not games that I'm interested in. But there are damn hundreds and thousands of games that are developed and made a year. And it's like you spend so much time foaming at the mouth because God forbid someone makes a game that doesn't cater to you directly. Oh my God, losers, losers. I said it yesterday. We're in the loser epidemic. It's ridiculous. People were calling South of Midnight woke. It broke barriers. Same with Assassin's Creed Shadows. Like, God forbid there's anybody that's a woman or a person of color or anything other than what's considered the norm in a video game. And then the comments are just so nasty. Brian said games, music, TV shows, movies, it's not about the art itself, it's about the discourse around it. And so when we were having our conversation last week about like Nicki and like all the Cardi and like all the stan business, same thing with like Gamergate and these people that go out of their way to make this big stink about games or movies or TV shows. I think people find sense of community in that negativity. It's weird. Remember when people were tripping because they didn't think the main character in Horizon was pretty enough? Bro, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Tokyo, I also hate that side of the internet. Who cares? Bro, what's up with y'all? That's what I'm saying. I really don't think y'all like games like that. 2025 has been too stacked with games, and yet people froth over a game they don't like. Just look at Twitter, and that's another reason why I got off of Twitter, because it's just so negative. Mind you, half the people that y'all are sitting up there arguing with aren't even real people. They're bots. Those pixels are not pleasing to me. They were doing the same thing when I was on Twitter. They were doing the same thing when screenshots and stuff were coming out about GTA 6, and they were like picking apart each screenshot. Oh, well, look, her hair doesn't even move in this one. Oh, well, the water isn't even reflecting. Bro, play the game or don't. I could really care less. Play it or not. And move on. My God. People are weird. I feel like people have always been weird, but I really think the pandemic has just done a number on people's mental. I really do. And I really don't think it's ever going to get any better. Like Brian said, I can't come to the Baby Gay Ballot because I don't know how many tickets you sold. So Brian said, who all going to be there? With the help of AI, let's see if a smaller developing team can create this. Well, I hope they don't use AI. I hope they actually hire people. But I love that you say AI because speaking of AI, wow, great transition. I like what you did there. Our favorite, um, child, my God, hi, Alley Cat. Our favorite, our former favorite producer. Yeah, yeah, I know. I don't know what's good with Timbaland. I really don't. I Timbaland debuts music video for AI artist Tata's Glitch X Pulse. Earlier this year, Timbaland and his AI entertainment company Stage Zero introduced their first AI generated artist. I am still baffled that he went through with this because when it was announced that he was, not actually hiring people, that he was just going to have somebody AI work on this record label or whatever, people were dragging him in the comments. And he said, well, I don't care about none of that. What? Timberland, please. Please stand for something, please. Um Tata, is that how you say? I don't want to call her. I'm gonna call it it because technically you're not a person, so like okay. Tata appears alongside Timbaland in the video, and she also dances alongside the Jabberwockies. The brightly colored music videos features a mix of live action performers alongside AI generated visuals, offering a look at what people can expect from Timbaland's AI venture Stage Zero going forward. Earlier this year, Timbaland responded to the backlash about the announcement that he's pursuing AI content. AI content. I know I'm trolling, but let's have a real conversation. I love my independent artists. This doesn't mean I'm not working with real artists anymore. And no, I don't train AI off of y'all's music. That just means more creativity for creators. I just cooked, cooked, y'all, cooked. Like I Brian said, if I lose to an AI artist, oh babes, that'll be the day. That'll be the day. It is. Hmm. I was gonna say it's interesting how more and more companies are starting to use AI, but it's really not interesting though because essentially you have this thing that you create and it just works and works and works and produces and like you don't have to worry about paying the AI artist. You don't have to worry about workers comp or treating the AI artist right. Like it continues to it's nasty. It's nasty. They're cutting out the bottom line, right? 70 said, I'm concerned with how easily all industries are incorporating AI. Are we just not waiting for any studies or anything? No, it's very much the easy way out. It's very much the easy way out. And that company and the fake ass artists don't bring in no money and then they start backpedaling and all that. That's interesting. It's just why they're all praising AI because they got a check. You put money into it, sure, and it works the way you want it to and takes your lead no matter what. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just, mind you, 80 degrees in the middle of October, right here today, currently. Yeah, yeah. That's that's cool. Air polluted, hot as hell in the middle of October. Sun shining, beaming, air polluted, water polluted. And it's like for this, hurricanes are getting close. For this, I just all my faves are going outside. I feel like we keep saying this every week. Come on, Timbaland, damn. Like why? Bagged air our way. Bagged air coming our way soon. It's a shame. It's a shame. Brad said also let's talk about how the first AI artist got radio play on a R&B station. Brad, I'm already right here with you. It's getting out of hand. What are we going to do about it, y'all? It's getting out of hand. AI artist Xana Monet climbs the charts and signs a multi-million-dollar record deal. What does that even mean? One label offered 3 million to sign an AI artist. What does that even mean? This AI artist signed a $3 million deal. They have 17 million streams in 2 months. Monet was created by a 31-year-old Mississippi native poet and design studio owner Talisha Jones using Suno, a chat GPT of sorts for songwriters, allowing her to transform her lyrics into music. Monet's breakout single "How Was I Supposed to Know" has climbed into Billboard's R&B digital song sales top 10 and has reached number 22 on the overall digital song sales chart. And her 5 song catalog has generated an estimated $52,000 in revenue to date. You know what's crazy? It's not just bots listening to bots. It's actually people. I was scrolling on my Instagram, and how, like Instagram stories, people are posting it, like genuinely listening to her music. It's music. And look, this dropped a month ago. It has 3.8 million views. I asked for so little, 2.1 million views. The Price of Peace, 1.6 million views. Tyler Perry montage music. People are eating it up. People are eating it up. And the fact that record labels are dropping so much money behind it is just like, bro, what? They had an entire bidding war. Mind you, you have so many undiscovered artists, so many artists fighting for their spot to just be seen, to get a platform, to get signed, whatever. It just feels like such a slap in the face. It's like, damn, y'all are just gonna hire robots? Forget what I'm singing about. Forget what I'm talking about. You just gonna. This looks like a bubble. I don't see this lasting long. I don't know, Tokyo. It just feels like with everything AI related, it just feels like things are just moving so fast and escalating so fast. Like I don't know if I see it slowing down, honestly. I don't know. People are fighting tooth and nail right now and they chose AI, right? It's crazy. And I hate for all of these conversations that I be sounding like such a old person shaking my cane at the sun like, "Oh, get this AI out of here." It's just it's too harmful for me to co-sign. If we were out here enjoying AI and sometimes I need to be woke. If we were out here enjoying AI and it wasn't poisoning the places and it wasn't corrupting how we live and all these things, like I still kind of wanted a flying car. I was kind of ready for it. I was kind of ready for a little flying car. God dang. But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel bad for people that are actually in this space, like trying to get signed, trying to get recognized. All these R&B girlies out here trying to be seen, and it's like, nope, we're not gonna sign you, but we're gonna sign an AI artist for sure, for sure. We can't have a woke feeling. This is not the future we imagined at all. At all. This is just. Oh, that's true. Not even because older people do love AI. That's a great point. I haven't been on Facebook in years, but I can only imagine what AI is looking like on Facebook. Will said, "Our voices, our faces, everything was stolen the moment we use these apps to upload our content. Nothing's going to change until we have complete ownership over our own data." Yikes. It's feeling real doomsday in here. My mom definitely falls for AI. They definitely don't know the difference. Bakes, and I hate to say it, I don't want to sound ridiculous. These AI videos have hemmed me up a couple times. If I didn't know that Michael Jackson and Martin Luther King died, and I saw a video of them together, I'd be like, yeah, maybe they were in the room at the same, like they're getting good. And I hate to say that because remember before when AI was first popping on the scene and Will Smith was eating the spaghetti and we're like, oh yeah, this looks crazy. Obviously that's not AI. And then it was like other videos or other pictures and it's like, oh no, they have 8 fingers. Obviously that's AI. But now they're getting kind of good. And it's getting kind of good, kind of fast. And I can't just blame it on older people getting hemmed up by AI because I too have to double take and look at things. And the scary thing about it is like this latest update, whatever that they put out for Sora, I think is the program. Um, they were putting out videos of like Michael Jackson. They had Kobe Bryant streaming 2K on Twitch. But it had that watermark. It had like the watermark in the video. Now they put an update out. You can take out the watermark. So so no one's worried. so so no one's a little no one's a little, and it's cute and it's really not, but it's cute and it's fun in games right now. But like, what is the point where they use, and I hate to be so doomsday, but what is the point where they set somebody up in a location that they're not really in using AI? Then what? Hmm. Then what? Yeah. 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 Someone cut the Wi-Fi router cords at Sora's HQ right now. At the very least, I think it's crazy that they're taking the watermark off of these videos. At the very least, like, they could keep the watermark on. If you're gonna have like a fake product circulating, like, at the very least, because now, as people, what do we trust? How do we know what to trust? Usually, we could watch like really old videos, pictures from like back in the day, the 60s or whatever, and we know those are real. But how do you even know what's real anymore? Damn, it started with the Tupac hologram. Damn, I hate that because, damn, that was a good performance. Damn, hate that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wish we had some kind of regulation or some kind of something. In other news, a couple of weeks ago, we listened to Am I the Drama by Cardi B. There was a lot of drama happening after the album release. As we know, we talked about it last week. But it was interesting to me that Cardi B, because Bia's album dropped earlier today or last night, Cardi B said she's not going to drop a music video to Pretty and Petty because she would be bullying Bia. Which, aw, okay, that's nice. Okay, yeah. She pointed to the stress of dropping an album as inspiring her decision, and I'm sure she more so felt like that because of all the stress that last week was, and just adding to the stress of Bia's album, she's not going to do that with her drop. And you know, with everything that happened last week, that's actually really okay. Yeah, that's nice.
An Instagram video
Wow,
to
why is it
Pretty
so
and Petty as
close?
fuck.
Why why is it so close?
But
Oh my god. Why is it not?
this is how I work. This is how
Okay.
my shit work, right? This is how I
Back
work.
up.
I know how stressful it is to put an album out,
Okay.
and I know
Y'all want to see the ports?
how fucked up you be in the mind when you put an album out and shit.
It's intimate.
So I feel like if I do a video to Pretty and Petty as fuck this week, or like today, cause not yet
Same
today,
way.
I feel like I'll be bullying. And I don't want to feel like a bully, because when I bully, then God takes from me.
Hmm.
If the bitch ain't messing with me, she didn't sub me in her fucking dusty ass album, I'm not gonna do a video like reciting, like, you know,
She had to get
her
that little
diss track and
get
shit
that
like
little
that on a day that I know she's stressed. Cause then God will punish me. So I'll do a video tomorrow
like, okay.
morning to another song. Probably next week I'll do a video for Pretty and Pretty as fuck. I'm gonna be nice to you because it's your album day, so
Aw, well,
I don't want to add to your stress.
and Bia said, whew, thank God.
I'm not that bad person that people think I am.
I love, like, she does need a podcast. She does. I'll listen to a Cardi B podcast. Ooh, and let the church say amen. She was hearing that Chick-fil-A ice up. Felt. I get it. Not girl, are you the drama or not? She said, I'm not going to bully today. I'm going to let you breathe for right now. But next week, yeah, I'm back on that ass. Yep, exactly. Yeah, so Bia's album dropped. I'm not a Bia fan, so I'm not going to listen to it. Has anyone listened to the album? How do we feel about it? Have we listened? Do we? I don't know. I only know like a song or two. Okay. You weren't aware? Okay. No. Okay. Well, whenever Cardi does drop the music video, I'm looking forward to it. Because like the Imaginary Players music video is really good. Usually all of Cardi B's videos and like the production is so good too. So I'm looking forward to it. Okay, speaking of albums, 2026 Grammys. There have been projects submitted for the Grammys. We have listened to a bunch of projects this year, last year. Notable 2026 Grammy submissions for Best Album: I Am Music by Playboy Cardi, Let God Sort Them Out by Clips, Chromacopia by Tyler the Creator, G and X by Kendrick Lamar, Take Care by BX The Plug, God Does Like Ugly by Jid, Kiari by Offset, Jack Boys 2, Travis Scott, More Chaos by, I'm actually not sure who this is, please correct me. Donda 2, did not know Donda 2 dropped. Damn, that's a lot. Great year for hip hop, we'll say. Great. You not feeling Travis, Brian? You think GNX is gonna clear? I actually don't know. GNX, great album. I still really love Chromacopia. I still really love Let God Sort 'Em Out. I still really love God Does Like Ugly. I have no clue, y'all. I don't have any predictions. I have no clue. It would be beautiful if Clips won. I will say that. I was also surprised that we didn't see what was Chance's album? We didn't see Chance's album in here. Not the Academy loves Kendrick. It's either Clips or Kendrick. Let God Sort 'Em Out is gonna clear for real. It's their time. So much good music. We have been fed. Starline, thank you. Family said, I don't know what you're talking about. The AI artist about to win. Imagine. It's going to be like Macklemore all over again. Imagine. God. We're cooked. Oh, yeah. We didn't get Glorious by Glorilla either. Huh. That was a good debut album. Her hologram accepts. Oh, that's a good... Wait. I don't know what the cutoff is for Grammy submissions because Glorious dropped in October of last year, I want to say, because Doechii dropped in August, which means she was able to do this year's Grammys. August 29th was the cutoff. Oh, so Glorilla, she could have put her album in for this year's Grammys. Interesting. I don't know. Grammy cutoff submissions was cut off the day after Sabrina Carpenter's album. If an AI wins the Grammys, we finally got to throw the whole Grammys out here. And I always go back and forth if I even care about the Grammys or not, because the way the Grammys have played over the years, sometimes you just gotta look the other way and act like you really don't care until you care.